Today I would like to talk about my future job interest in veterinary medicine and talk about how technology has grown and is continuing to grow. I'm going to give a quick background of annual salary and requirements for the field before we dive into the actual study of technology. According to the U.S. News website, 75% of veterinarians make $115,310 per year, and the other 25% of the vets make $68,860 per year. This is a difference of $46,450. After knowing what the highest and lowest annual salaries were, the employees at U.S. News figured that the total median earned yearly was $87,590. The chart here explaining the salary overview is similar to the one U.S. News has on their website. This helps give us a basic idea of how veterinary salaries have increased over the past 10 years. We can see in this chart that the salaries in 2006, starting at roughly $82,000, have now increased to a little over $115,000. This is a change of $33,000 with an average rise of $3,300 a year. The chart also shows that the salary is going to continue to rise, which in turn makes veterinary medicine a good field to work in. Jeffrey Joyner wrote an article for Houston Chronicle stating that the admission to a qualified veterinary school is highly competitive. It normally takes a full 4 years to complete a veterinary school, along with a previous 4-year to get bachelor's degree. Even though it is not necessary to have a bachelor's degree to apply at all doctorate programs, it is highly recommended, says Joyner. All vets must pass North American Veterinary Licensing exam before applying for jobs and beginning work. This chart shows the average in Dept veterinarian graduates have versus the annual salary. Vet school is not only hard to get into, but is also very expensive. The 25% of vets that I mentioned earlier are most of the time fresh out of school. It takes work and effort to climb your way to the top, as it does with any other job. However, once this is obtained, school debt will not be a problem. Now that you have a sense of where the industry stands as far as requirements on becoming a vet and what the salary benefits are, let's talk about how technology has helped improve the practice. When researching technologies in veterinary medicine, I came across Carrington College's website. This college explains today's most used technologies and how they are going to continue to grow and assist veterinarians in their practice in the future. First, I want to talk about magnetic resonance imaging. This type of imaging helps vets look in the brain of animals. However, it is not limited to just brains, says Carrington College. This machine also looks into soft tissue and orthopedic tissue prior to surgery. The next technology is ultrasounds. As powerful as MRIs are, they are also very expensive. In order to get an accurate image, the animal must remain completely still, so therefore anesthetics are required. The higher cost and need for anesthesia makes it difficult for MRI procedures to be widely adopted. Ultrasound imaging technology, however, is much cheaper and has the potential to become universally adopted by vets. The last technology is called 3D printing. I saved this one for last because I feel that it will help veterinary medicine the most in the future. Carrington College states the following: the ability to print 3D dimensional objects is one of the most often discussed topics in technology today. This rapid prototyping process has been applied to veterinary practice to create animal bone models from the information gathered from computing tomography scans. Doing so enables vets and surgeons to have a solid grasp of patients' international bone or muscle structure before going in to operate. In addition, the models also help educate pet owners about the anatomy and physiology of their pets. The last chart in my presentation shows the progression of 3D photography in the next 5 years and how it will become cheaper and faster to use. The last slide is my bibliography and the sites that I cited for this presentation.